In this vlog, we find a beach very close to the port in Ibiza and we spend another day exploring the ship. So we didn't arrive into Ibiza till the afternoon, so the morning the ship was still sailing and we attended the bingo where someone won a free cruise because Ariana picked them out of the hat, so that was awesome and she got a t-shirt for doing it, bless her. And we were watching as we sailed into the Ibizan port. James and I are very lucky, we've been to Ibiza a couple of times for holidays and once before on a cruise, so for us it was very much about what do we want to do with the kids. Do we really want to drag them around the island and go look at things, or should we just head to a beach? So that's what we did, spoiler alert. But there is so much to see and do in Ibiza. Even though you're only there for like late afternoon to early evening, you can still see a lot of the island and have loads of fun. You're wearing your bingo top, aren't you, that you won? There are lots of options that NCL offered to go and explore different parts of Ibiza if that's what you want to do. But if, like us, you just want to get off and have a little walk around, see what happens, you very quickly enter the port building itself, and there seem to be big taxi ranks outside and short excursion type offices where you could look to book things on the day. They also had a blue line painted on the floor, which if you follow it, it will take you round to what I believe is €7 per person as a water taxi. This is the main actual land taxi line. If you keep following the blue line on the floor, which you'll see in a minute, it takes you around the corner to the left to a water taxi rank. I think it was €7 for the whole day, and you could get on and off at all different stops, and a lot of people were doing that. This is the taxi price you can see there. We decided we just wanted to go and get on the nearest beach. So James used his Google Maps and his navigation skills to walk us about 10 minutes up a couple of windy hills, through some housing, and we reached this beach here, you can see on there. And it was perfect. It was shallow, it was fun, there was loads of kids there playing. It had a restaurant nearby if you needed to pop in for the bathroom or any food or drinks. The public toilets weren't open, but I think they would be in peak season. There was a man walking around. You could hire beach beds or beach umbrellas, some parasols, but you had to pay in cash and we didn't have any on us, but apart from enough for one bed, so that was fine. We just shared it because the kids were just mainly in the water anyway. And yeah, it was just a perfect way to spend the afternoon. The kids really enjoyed it. We met some people from the cruise ship, so we were chatting to them. We met some people from England, we were chatting to them too, and couldn't fault it really for the distance. And they had some really nice restaurants there as well, so if you did want to go and have a bit more of a meal, it's definitely somewhere worth exploring. We had Le Bistro booked that evening for dinner and the kids weren't interested in coming to that. So we took them to the buffet as soon as we got back on the ship, made sure they had really full tummies, got them changed, and they headed off to Kids Club. We went to the bistro, that's the dress code there. NCL's very informal, it's very relaxed, but you can dress up nicer if you want to, and there are dress codes for a couple of places, but it's not like some of the cruise ships that you maybe go on. And yeah, the menu is very French, obviously, but it had lots of choice on there, things that I will eat as well, because I'm a bit of a fussy eater compared to James. Really nice setting, very romantic. Had our photos taken at the table, which I think is probably one of the only restaurants that happened at. And yeah, couldn't really fault it. It was lovely, very tasty, really nice. What I found most difficult was picking which specialty restaurants. I think we only had 2 included in our package, because we booked 3 at Sea Nut More at Sea that's changed to now. Picking which one we wanted to go to, at what time and on what day, when you don't really know what's happening on the ship or what you're going to want to be doing. What I'd say is get them booked as soon as you're able to. And then if you want to change them when you're on the ship, you've got a fairly good chance of being able to. Not guaranteed, but the restaurant desks were really helpful by guest services. And also the restaurants themselves, you go up to them, especially if you're a smaller table, and ask them for certain times on certain days, and sometimes they'll be able to accommodate you. So yeah, don't overstress it, don't overthink it, but I would personally prefer to book it and cancel it than not book something and not be able to get into anywhere that you really want to go, and just book it based on the types of food that you like as well. So if you like steak, definitely book Cagney's. That was my favourite out of the 2 specialities that we tried. I heard that your dreams came true too. Next we checked out the ice bar. I'd pre-booked this, but we'd moved it a couple of times because of different shows, etc. There was quite good availability on most nights, to be fair, as long as you were happy to try different times. You get the hire of the robe, you get a free drink when you're in there, and I think it was about half an hour, 45 minutes to get to go into the room. It is really cold in there. Speaking stating the obvious, but you know, I wore a dress and so my ankles were pretty freezing. Also, I'm not a massive vodka fan, so the drink wasn't really my favourite thing, but I am glad I did it. I definitely would do it once. I don't think I'd rebook it again when I've been on, because I've done it before, done it now, but yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it and we got some good photos.
Yeah, I wanna be there. Those were the best days. Oh, carry, carry, we get down on our knees. Hey, why are you down there? Someone's trying to back up.
I just love breakfast, looking out at the ocean. And Ariana came with me this morning. There's quite a lot of choice for everybody, but for the kids especially, whether it's croissants, fruits, cereals, hot breakfast, they have more food than you can think of, and certainly more than you can ever eat. Proper ketchup as well, which was great. Loads of juices to choose from, and of course Leo's favourite, pancakes. Because it's a sea day, it means that the kids club is open for an extra session in the morning, and Ari and Leo wanted to go. I can't remember what it was, but there was some sort of crafting they wanted to do. James and I went for a little walk around. James is really good. He goes to the gym every day. I don't. But I had a walk around, had a look at the gym and what was to offer. That's free to go to. There are some classes you can pay for. There's a spa, which you have to pay to go into, and there's additional treatment costs as well. And then this is the main reception area. So you can see on the right here, this is where you can book your shore excursions or buy your future cruise credits if you want to do that. And this is the main atrium really, where they do lots of quizzes and the interactive boards on the left where you can book restaurants, but you can also book restaurants over on the right on the restaurant desk. And then you've got guest services as well if you need to talk about anything that's on your bill. I'd suggest getting your bill either on the TV or from them the day before you disembark, so you can make sure that everything on there is what you are expecting to see. Just next to the bar in the main atrium is the Starbucks. For those of you that like a specialty coffee, I don't imagine it's included in the drinks package, but I don't know because I don't drink it. You also have the library and card room. There's lots of board games, always people in there. They had the photo place if you ever want to go get your photos done professionally as well. And we did see lots of people having their photos taken around the ship. Actually, there's quite a lot of places to have it done, and they did come up to us in a couple of restaurants. This is Le Bistro, which is a French specialty restaurant. James and I had an adult date night one night when the kids were in Kids Club, and that is Headliners Comedy Club, and this is a teppanyaki. We didn't eat in teppanyaki because we've done it on NCL Aqua recently, but I saw that they were doing some art classes that children could go to of a certain age as well, which looked quite sweet and didn't cost too much extra. There's lovely photo points all around the ship, but we really like this one. Sometimes I had a professional photographer, sometimes you just do it yourselves. This is a bar as you walk down towards the casino. Shanghai's is next to it as well. It smelled a bit smoky, to be honest. I wouldn't want to eat that myself, but this is a casino smoking room. It's probably why, because it's next to it. And then there's other bits of casino which is non-smoking, and it's quite a large space. There's lots of tables, lots of slot machines, lots of things that I have no idea how to play or what to do, but lots of people do it, and lots of people do it, I believe, because they get free cruises out of it if you spend enough too, as well as having fun doing it. I was heading through here because there was going to be a presentation on NCL ships and different cruises, and as you all know, I'm obsessed with cruising. So to have a glass of champagne or Prosecco or whatever it was, whilst listening about the ships that are being built over the next few years and what itineraries there are, well, it was just wonderful. And then I took a little walk over towards the theatre. Sadly, it wasn't open because it was in the daytime, but this is literally next to where we walk up to our room. And I wanted to show you inside, but I'll do that on some of the other pictures. So I normally buy the internet package on every cruise, but on this one with the free at sea, and now it's called more at sea, I got 150 minutes. Check with your package what you've got. But we felt like with the amount of ports we were in, and therefore being able to use our contract, because it's okay to use in Europe for our mobiles, we didn't really need to pay for a package. So the 150 minutes were great, especially on the sea day for checking your emails and the internet. What I would say is just make sure you fully logged out of it, otherwise it ticks down in the background and you don't want to waste your 150 minutes, because otherwise it costs quite a lot of money to buy some more if you need it. Also, you can use the app using the ship's Wi-Fi to be able to book things and see what's coming up, etc., without having to pay for an internet package. Next up, I headed over to the silver screen, which is a new addition to the Breakaway this year. They've revamped it. I don't know what it was before, but really modern. They were hosting bingo in there. What you can do is at night you can pay for a 3-course meal while you watch a movie. I think they were showing Wicked nearly every night, which we've seen before. If they'd have put Gladiator 2 on, I probably would have gone to see it, which I know they'd done the week before, but never mind. But I got to sit in the room, try the chairs out for bingo, which was really good fun. Back to the MDR, the main dining room again this evening. Here's a selection of some of the different foods that we tried. The kids came with us as well, and then they headed off to Kids Club, which was glow party night, because I think there was going to be a white night glow party on the ship that evening, so they get the kids ready in the Kids Club as well. They do sort of glow activities. It was meant to be at Spice H2O, which is the adults outside sunbathing area, which at night opens up to everyone. They think like sometimes they might even show like movies out there, and they were going to have this disco out there, but the weather just wasn't good enough, so we got up there, went out there with the kids and had a look, and then we got turned around and got sent back to the inside club.